doing JavaScript project. Sometime back we did 5 JavaScript project in an hours, and it was very much loved. And so we are continuing with that. And again, this is not a participation certification project. You go through this all the projects which we are going to tell, and you make around, means there are 10 projects, you make around 5 projects out of them. And we want you to make those projects, because making the JavaScript projects, making the React project, that is the only way to get job. JavaScript, React, and CSS project, that's the, as we always say, that is the only way to get a job. Okay, so we want more people to do these JavaScript projects. So 5 projects are already there, 10 more projects are there. If you do 5 means maybe 5 projects out of them, any 5 projects you do, and submit the form, we'll attach a Google form, submit a Google form that you did this project, and maybe submit us the GitHub link. And then we can give you a certificate, we can give you and please also complete the JavaScript your participation certificate. And along with it, that will convert your participation certificate into a completion certificate, because you have done JavaScript projects also. And we'll also mention in that certificate that you have completed projects also. And please, if you complete the projects, please showcase them on LinkedIn. We'll definitely promote you. And the thing is that we want more people to complete the JavaScript projects. Soon we're going to start with React projects also. All the projects, see, Wednesday we are keeping for projects, and rest of the time it's all theoretical and all those things. Okay, but the theoretical is also very much important. But Wednesday we are keeping for projects, and various different kind of projects we are going to keep every Wednesday at 9 a.m. mostly. So that is there. Maybe some Wednesday we can miss, but mostly at 9 a.m. every Wednesday we are going to start this project. Okay, so today we have a lot to complete, because previous time we only did 5 projects, but this time we're doing 10 projects. Okay, so a lot of JavaScript projects to complete. And so let's get started with JavaScript projects. So I have just created a folder 10 JS projects, and then inside that another folder I have created line through, because our first project is known as line through. Okay, so and then 3 files are there, all of them are empty. Okay, so let's get started, and I'll do this not, and this is known as line through. It is live. It is live. It is live. Okay, so that is there. And then I will have a link CSS and script src main.js. Okay, as I've told earlier also, during the JavaScript we do a lot of JavaScript beginners to advanced. We're doing now advanced to master. So script always you have at the end of JavaScript, because you want the all of the HTML and CSS to be loaded, then only the JavaScript will be there. Okay, so that is there. And then what we are going to have, okay, let me have something here. We'll have a div dot line, div dot line. Now, source code will you'll not get the source code. It's a certification video, so you will definitely don't get a show source code. You have to prepare the source code. See, our channel is not like that. Okay, if you go through all of the channel, you see our channel is not mainly about source code and all. It's about making you a web app developer. So these projects are also there to help you become a web app developer. We don't give source code and all. You have to create that. You'll get a certificate because of that, and you'll learn how to do that. Okay, so we will not share the file. Okay, so there are other channels you can go and get the source code there. Okay, so this channel is all about getting you certified. Okay, getting you certified, getting you a developer job. Okay, so that is there. So H1 and is there. We love to code. Okay, save it, and now let me Then you figure it out. No, I didn't make. That is next week. If you get some problem, then you figure it out. If you cannot figure it out, Aditya, then how will you become a developer? Okay. Pause the video and see it. Okay. Later on. Okay. So let's do some styling also. Styling, I'm not going to concentrate much on the styling. And so you can go here and interview questions will be next week 5 days. It will be all the interview questions. It will be like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, just all interview questions. Nothing makes JavaScript more difficult. It's the perception. If you're coming from a non-IT background, definitely JavaScript will you'll find JavaScript a bit more difficult because it's the first programming language anyways. But JavaScript is 10 times easier than Java, C++, and all those things combined. Okay, so let us add some styles. And if you want, I am using Google fonts known as Poppins and box size and border size. I told I am not going to tell much about CSS. Although if you want this CSS, you can just pause the video later on because it is not like that you have to create it live only with me. Please do see this video later on. And some I'm using this font and height also I've given. Okay, so this I'll save and I'll get this background and all. See the font I've also changed. Next, we have this H1 love to code. So this H1 also we will center it. So centering and okay. So the next thing which we will have is after this body we're going to have a H1. So this H1 we are going to do H1 font size and we are doing one thing to make it exactly like the middle. There are other ways to do this also, like flexbox and all, but you should know this other way also, in which we top left we are using and centering it, exactly centering it like this. Okay, JavaScript is the second most easiest language on the planet to learn, and before Python is much more easier than that. But there are more jobs in JavaScript because the world runs on JavaScript, not on Python. But a lot of people will say Python data science. No, there are very less job in Python and data science. So it's better to start with JavaScript from the starting, even though it's the second most easiest language on the planet. So it's much more. It's much the prospects are much more better to start with JavaScript, not with Python. And means both are same. Just once try Java and then you know means what is a tough language means. Okay, so this H1 is there, and then I will have this this line. So there is a line div of class line and H1 of text. Okay, both of them are totally different. Means both of them are means not inside each other. Both of them are different. So we are going to do this for this line right now. So this line we are going to do. See, line we have done like a background color, border radius, again position absolute. So you can pause the video and write this code later on. Okay, so transform, translate, and all. And I have given an animation also. So this line is there, but right now we don't have anything in this line. We're going to soon have this line through the your JavaScript. But see, we are having some animation, so we will give this animation also. So a bit of animation I've also covered in my CSS, but animations are very easy, like key frames I will do, and this grow I will write. And this is not a CSS, so I'm not going to cover much of it. And width is like it will be 120 vertical width is there, and save it. Oh, okay. So see, this line will be there. So this is how it will be shown, like it is going from here to here. So animation is like width is 0, and when I am refreshing, so it is going from here to here. So at least our line is completed, but we are going to do something more here. Okay, so means it is okay, it is moving, but you see what we are going to do with JavaScript now. Okay, so let us move to a main.js. So this is a JavaScript, so we are going to mainly concentrate on JavaScript. So, and it is all DOM programming. JavaScript projects means all DOM programming projects are there, or vanilla JavaScript project, whatever you say. So I will have a const text equal to document dot get element by id. And if you don't know what is this, the get element by id, please do a JavaScript beginners to advanced course, and anyways you should do that first before coming here to this projects and all. Okay, so get element by id, we are going doing this text. What is this text is this h1. First we are selecting that, and then what I am doing, const text array equal to text dot inner text dot split this. So what does this thing actually does? Okay, this thing actually does, uh, there is a very good website which is known as free code camp. Please complete its certifications also. They're like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Very good certifications of free code, and they're in free code camp. So you can do those certifications, and then there is our channel is always there. We continuously keep on doing this certification from HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, everything. So that is there. Okay, so text area, I am doing what? I'm doing the inner text dot split. So what is this text? And let us see means what is this actually, in this will actually do this text area dot split. Okay, so it's always better to see it. Let me do one thing, console dot log of text area. So you should understand what is there. So text inner, there is split function there in JavaScript. What it does, it's make everything in a array. Okay, so what it will do, it will create an array. See, it is creating an array, and it is creating an array of actually this everything it will put in an array. Welcome to code, even the space is there, it will put the space also in an array. So that is something which it will do, and you'll soon understand what you have to do. The screen is not blur, you have to change your setting. By default YouTube runs on 144p. You have to do it with to 720p, because we are live streaming at the highest rate which we can do. We are not live streaming at 1080p, but 720p is pretty good to live stream. Okay, the screen is never blur for us. Just you have to increase it. You are, because by default YouTube, if you're watching from mobile, it will give you at 144p. So you have to use some of your data to make it to 720p, and then it will be, because if I show you, this is means wait, this is the quality in which we are streaming. And if you go here, by default what happens, this is the auto 720p is happening. In a mobile also there will be option, but I cannot say means make it to 720p. It will be very good 720p. Okay, please do. Okay, I hope a lot of people don't know these things. Okay, so this is there, and so text area I have done. Then, so as I've told, it will give me an array of all these strings it will give me. So then const new el equal to document dot create element. So it will be h1. So see, we do this kind of thing a lot in JavaScript, creating a thing from the scratch, like create element h1 and then new el dot inner html. So in this h1 I'm adding some inner html, and that is like dollar text text array dot map and letter span letter. So I'm using this. So I am having something more. So text area dot, we are using the map. With map, I have all told this in my JavaScript beginners to advanced. What does map does is look through it and add something. Like I'm using this new l dot ht new el, which is the h1 dot html. I'm mapping through it, and in the each of the letter, in each of the means each of the letter I'm taking and wrapping a span in it for a reason. And let us see what is there. Instead of console logging, what we are going to do directly. So I think I have. Okay, yeah, directly I'll do document dot body dot append child and new el. So I want to show actually what is there. I'll save it. See, it is like it is coming like this. We this new el is there. We love to code. It is like when we're splitting with the split function. First we are splitting, and then this new h1 we're creating and updating the inner html and updating in the dom. Okay, so we are adding a span to it. What we are doing, we are going to soon going to see, is it is not the complete code. So then after this we are going to, okay, 1 minute, it is not so confusing. Console.log of new kn. If I do but in the h1 we have this span in all of this are created like this. Okay, this is what it is created, and span is also taking this comma and all. Okay, so now there is one more thing. If I do after this a join, so this is a very popular technique in JavaScript. After this you do a join, then it will join the array. Okay, join the array. So let us do that. After your this, after you this, in which we are mapping. Okay, sometimes this becomes too much. Just this one. I think one is extra. Yeah, one is extra. Okay, after this I'll do a join on empty this, and I will save it. See, now what will happen, this h1 will come. Now let us see this thing. Actually we have created another h1 over this h1 for a reason. Let us do that. Now in this new el dot class list dot add overlay I will do. Okay, save it. So overlay will be done. Let us see where this h1 is going. So if I inspect it, you'll see this h1 is the wheel up to code, and which was already there, and then this h1 is there. Actually we have put this h1 also over the earlier h1 for a reason, and this one h1 has a class of overlay. This h1 has a class of overlay. So why did we did that? So we did it for a reason. So first thing is that this overlay class, we want to show a nice line through effect. Right now it is going over the line, but if you want a line through effect, we require this other h1 also. So this overlay I'll do, and this overlay I will select, and not overlay, z index is to save it. So now z index is 2. So see now what is happening. So see, it is going now from the behind. Okay, so it is, you can see now it is not going from the top, it is going from the behind. Okay, so that is there because what we have done with the z index, what trick we have done with the z index. The second one, this line is having a, this line is okay. So first thing is z index means what? The index of, the more the z index is, the more top will be there. So this is z index of 1 h1. This is line index is z index of 2. This overlay is also z index of 2. Means the first h1, it is like sliced between this, that thing. Okay, so it is feel like we are going over through it. So there are two h1s, two, and between that the line is there. So it is, we are seeing like it is going through it. Now it is not going over it. You see that earlier we have not given this thing. If I comment this out, and it is going over it. Now I will uncomment it and see, it will go like this, it will go like this, and this is how it will go now. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to add something like we don't want it to go like always through the back. Sometime it will go to the top, sometime it will go to the back. So for that, so you'll see what I'm telling, you'll see after that. For that, what we are going to do here, in the span, in this span, I will add a style, direct a inline style kind of thing, style, style equal to, here we'll add a dollar and random visibility, random visibility, like this, a function, a random visibility function I have created. Okay, so what is this function? Let me do this function, random visibility, and return math dot random is less than 0.5, and this. Okay, so math.random I'm taking, if it is less than 0.5, math.random give me numbers from 0 to 1. So if it is less than 0.5, then visibility will be hidden, or else visibility will be visible. Visibility is actually CSS property, visibility. Okay? Visibility is visible. Okay, so I will save it. So see now what is happening. Okay, sometime this whole span means, sometime this each of the letter, see this gives me each of the letter. So some of the letter will be visible and some of them will be not visible. Okay, it is also showing here, in here. So see, one of them is visible. See, w is visible. So w is visible, so this line is going behind it. E is hidden, so this line is coming above it, because our second layer is not there. Again this is hidden, so it is okay. So like one of them is visible, one else, any math.random, anything will come. So it will appear like sometimes the line is going behind it, sometimes the line is coming above it. So this love, love, v, it is coming above it. E, it is coming behind it. So this is what is happening, and this is how we have created our first project. Okay, so our first project is done. Another 9 projects to be done, so let's do it. And the next project which we are going to do is it will be a simple list item project. Okay, so that we are going to do, I'm going to put it, and simple list is there, and here let's start html and in.js like this. Simple list. Okay, simple list is there. Okay. This time we'll use Bootstrap version 4.5 in this project, not CSS. Okay. So let us have the body now. Save it, and in the body I will have a. Okay, there is a lot of things. Let me also copy this because we're going to concentrate on our. Okay. Let's have some header. So here, okay, so what we have, anyway, again you can close it. A header is there, id main is there, a class is there, some bootstrap classes are there. Then after that we have a div of container which have row, bootstrap row, and this call6 and call6 are there. Header title is there, and in this div I have a input type text, ids and all those things are there. Let me save it. Let me see whether it is coming or not. Okay, so it is coming fine. Okay, so it is coming fine now. Okay, so also we'll write some after this header we'll write some items, and then we'll see means how to do it through JavaScript, means how to have this item list and all everything. We'll add the functionality from JavaScript, but for that we will have first and a lot of code is there. After this header, let's comment this out. After this header, see, you can again pause the video and all. After this header I have a container. Okay, after this header I have a container, and this container is having a div of id main, and a card is there. So this card is coming because of the bootstrap card. Again the h2 is there, class title, add items. Again this add item is there, and this form is there. Form, in this form I have a input in which I can submit a new item, like item 1 to 4 are there, so I can submit a new item. And inside that we have a ul, and it is showing like item 1 2 3 4, and this all are different things are coming from the bootstrap thing. Okay, these things, all of these things are coming. So that is there. Now we will add the logic to, means we will add the logic for everything. We'll add the logic to add items also. So let us add that logic to add the item. Means how to clear here, how to add some item here, write some item and submit it, and it will display. So let us do that. So we'll come to this main, and first thing is that we will have this where is my form. See, this add form is there, so I will select this add form, const form equal to, and we are not going to concentrate much on HTML and CSS because this is a JavaScript class. Okay, so get element by id, and add form is there. Then this where is my okay. See this items is there, ul items is there. We're going to select this one also, so let us do that, and that is const item list equal to document dot get element by id items. Save it, and then we will listen for the form submit. So form dot add event listener and submit, and add item will be there, and then we'll add the item logic for the add item. So function add item e will be there, and e dot event default. We all know why you have to do this thing, because or else it will refresh the browser, which is not a good thing in JavaScript. Then const new item is equal to document dot get element by id. Get element by id item dot value. What is this item? Item is this one. Here this input box, whatever item is the item dot value will give me that. Okay, and then if I do let me do a console dot log of new item, save it, and now let us see whether it is working. And I will write here egg, submit it. Okay, it is refreshing it. Okay, 1 second, I saved it. Oh, I have not even linked my JS file. So okay, so script src main dot js, save it. Now let's come here, and I can write submit it, and it is coming. So it is coming. So this is how it comes. So that is okay. Now we will add this item at the end. So let us do that. Add this item at the end. So for that, we have to do the same thing. We have done this kind of thing earlier also. So I'll come here and do create a new li. So const li equal to document dot create element li, and li dot class name. So here we are giving a bootstrap class name, list group item. So what is this list group item? See, something like this. So we are going to mimic something like this. We are create. So alive we have created, then a list group item I have done like this list group item, and then what I will do, this I have to append this this I have to append li dot append child, li dot append child I'll do, and document dot create text node. So text node is something which we have to create. So this new item, this egg which was I was writing, or anything which I was writing, this new item will be created, and then I will append it in a li, and then this li I will append in this item list. So item list dot append child and li, save it. What is this? Okay, save it. So now let me add it again, submit it, and it has been added at the end. So this is how it works. Okay, if I also right click and inspect, I can see in the element a new li has been added here like this, and it was a button and all we have not added it yet. So let us we need to add that button and all also, because this button is also something which we need to add it here. So it should look like this. Okay, so let us do that thing, and after this new item is there, so we have to add the button also. So we'll create a button. So const delete button is document dot create button, and delete button dot class name, we will actually have the same thing like this: button danger, button this, float, right? Okay, let me copy this thing, I think, and I guess I have to copy this because it will be exactly like that only. Also delete I have done. Then delete button dot append child. I have to add that x also in that. This x which is coming, this is actually coming like this. Okay, this is actually, see this, we have this x also there. So we are actually creating exactly like this. So I'll come here and do this thing, x, and then li dot append child. So we'll append this also, this delete button also, save it. Now see, now this button is also added. So all of these things, earlier four things which were added directly through the HTML, now these things I have created through the JavaScript. So this is what you can do. A JavaScript is very powerful. You can do it through JavaScript also. So this is how I have done, and this is how it is done. Now the thing is that we'll add the logic for the delete button. Our add is working, so we'll add the logic for the delete button. So I can add like milk, we'll add at the end. So that is there, but we will add the logic for the delete button. So let us do that. So first thing that we have to again create a event listener on this whole of this item list. So let us do that. Item list dot add event listener, remove item is there. Okay, so means I am adding in this items is what, items is this whole of ul, so I'm adding in the whole of ul, I'm adding it. So let us see how we are going to do that. So this remove item, I will come here and function remove item, and it will get the e, and then if e dot target dot class list dot contains delete. So contains delete, because I'm selecting the whole of the ul, I'm selecting this item list dot add event listener and all. So let me also means this item list, actually this item list is this whole of ul, this whole ul is this item list when which I'm selecting. Then I am seeing that okay, I've clicked somewhere. So e dot target dot class list, it should contains that delete. What is this delete? Delete is something which is here, this delete is there. Okay, it means that it will delete only if I click in this x thing. Okay, so that I'm checking that, and then I'm also confirming from the user, like I will give an alert if you confirm, are you sure? So the confirm is like an alert thing. Okay, it asks the user, you'll see what it does. And if the user does it, then const li equal to e dot target dot parent element. So parent element, I'm taking this parent element because this x is not a parent element here. This x is inside this ally. Inside this ally, this button is there. So I have to select the parent element, which is this ally, and I have to remove that item list dot remove child ally. So this is how you do it. And now let us see whether it will work. Like if I come and click it, it is saying, are you sure? Okay. Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure? No, it will not select. Okay, so like this it will work. So let us see one more thing. If this one it will do, yeah, this one also it will do. So that is what it is doing. See, when I click, if I click here, see, nothing is happening. If I click here, nothing is happening. If I click here, nothing is happening. Only if I click here, then only this will run, because it is checking that if e dot target dot class list contains the delete. So this is the main magic here. Okay, so that is there. So now we will add the filter logic in the search box. See, if I refresh it, everything else will come, because see, all the thing. And here one thing I want to tell. See, this is a very good project, but this is something which is not permanent. The moment I refresh it, the original thing will come back. Why? Because if you want something as permanent like that, a real to-do list, this is kind of a to-do list. We want to create a real to-do list. to-do lists are not that much easy. You have to you have to create a complete app, like the back-end thing and all those things you have to do. And people say that to-do lists are the best way to learn a to-do list, a complete to-do list, include with a MERN stack or something like this. So you learn the front end also, back end also. Use to-do lists and create a complete to-do list. Complete to-do list means there are actually 4 API calls are there. We are going to come do API call projects also, like post is there, get is there, delete is there, and update is there. So if you do a to-do list contains all those things, including the search also it contains. So if you do this thing in a MERN stack or any stack like that, complete stack with the backend thing is there, so you'll be means very good. So try to do to-do list with the complete thing, so that will be very good. Means right now it is not even stored, because if you want to store something, you have to store it in a database. It is like that hard coded thing, whatever is there in this project, it is there. But this is where database comes into picture. Okay. So that is there. And now, as I told, we are going to do the filter list. So we'll come here and const filter equal to document dot get element by id filter. So now we'll also add another event listener, like filter dot add event listener, and key up and filter items. So function filter items and e will be there. So here, so what is this get element by id filter? Get element by id filter, if you come here, so this is the this input box, this is the filter, so that is there. So in this again e will come, and then what we're going to do first is the const text equal to e dot target dot value dot to lower case. Target dot value dot to lowercase is there. Okay. Whatever the value is coming, I am changing to 2 lowercase, because when you compare something, we have to compare it here. Then we should change everything to lowercase or everything to uppercase. So that is there. Then we are going to have this items. Okay, items we are going to have. So items means in whatever there is an ally, we are going to get those. So for that, I'm going to do const items equal to item list dot get elements by tag name and ally. Get elements by tag name ally I have done. Elements is that this gives us node list or something like this. It gives us. Okay, let us see what it gives us actually. Okay, console dot log off. Save it, and I come here, and this will run if I write something here like item. Okay, it is giving HTML collection. Okay, so I don't like HTML collection. There is a reason behind that. HTML collection doesn't have a for each. I love for each to iterate over it. So instead of this get this, I always teach in my JavaScript beginners to advanced. So HTML collection doesn't have a for each, and this HTML collection, and there is something known as node list which you are going to create actually, and that gives us access to for each. For each is the best way to loop through an array. So we are going to add the for each. Okay, for each. So how to get a for each? There is something like a query selector all. Okay, so we are going to use that query selector all. So see, now you'll see one thing. If I write anything, if I write here, this will be fired. Okay, so see, a node list is coming. So the best thing about node list is if you go to the prototype, you'll see a for each is there. Generally, don't like the traditional for loop, and most people don't use a traditional for loop also. So we are going to directly use the for each here. So I'll come here and do a items dot for each, EACH for each, and item like this. I'll do an arrow function, I'll do here, and then I'm using extension. I have an extension like Copilot extension is there, which this extension I'm using. Try to install this thing. This is a preview version which generally Microsoft gives to influencers. Not everyone in get it like a preview version. So Microsoft actually consider this is a Microsoft product. Okay, GitHub Copilot. So maybe you can check it out. It's a preview version. It's a AI pair programmer. So that is it. That is something which I use, which auto complete sometimes a lot of my code, and I'm grateful to it because I do a lot of coding and do a lot of streaming. Sometimes it completes. It's better for me if it completes it correctly. So most probably you are not going to get it because there is some wait list for it. So what Microsoft did, Microsoft is giving in the like this the number one influencers they gave first, then the number two influencers like this. And they consider my on the number two or third level of influencers in the world. So they gave me all these crazy things. This is the Microsoft thing. Okay, so no, I'm not in the number one list. I'm in the number three, fourth list. Okay, so this will be open to general public in 1 or 2 years. I think there is a lot of work to be gone there. This is not yet open for general public. Okay, most developers. Okay, so that is there. So we are testing it. One sec. Okay, so items are for each an item I'm doing, and then each of the item I'm taking, then what I'm going to do, const item name equal to item dot first. Sometimes I don't use it completely because sometimes it gives too much text intent because I don't want it to do that per list and all. So items dot item so item each of the item dot first child dot text content. So first child dot text content is what? Again, let us see this thing. So it is always better to see all the things in console log. This is something which I tell to all of my students, paid students. That okay, if you're not understanding JavaScript, add a lot of console log. Nobody is stopping you to add a console log. What is this? What is the item dot first place dot text content? This is that because one of my students they also faces a lot of problem in JavaScript. Just like most of you, I know most of you, for you HTML and CSS is like very easy. Okay, that is there. The moment JavaScript starts, everybody is scared. Okay, especially with this DOM programming. And one thing that if you're scared too much with DOM programming, don't do DOM programming. Directly jump to React. Do a bit of DOM programming, but jump to React. React is 100 times easier than DOM programming. Okay, so that is something like that. So people will say you should learn JavaScript before React. Yeah, I also say that. But if you're finding DOM programming very complicated, do a bit of DOM program and then jump to React. Okay, bit you have to do because the interviewer is going to ask you a bit to sometimes prepare vanilla JavaScript projects also. Okay, so let us see what is this items. What is this? If I do this see this item is like nothing but this item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, whatever is there. Okay, so even if I select in, if I here, and then I will again do something, so I will also come. So item is this, means items is this, and it will look through it, so the item will come. Okay, so then what we are going to do, we are making a filter. So whatever the user type, we have to compare it against it. This is how all the search things are done. Such things are done. So we'll come here and do a if item name dot to lower case. Why I'm doing two lowercase? Because this is also two lowercase I have done. This is also two lowercase is there. Two lowercase dot includes text, includes the text. Item name the two lowercase include whatever text I am writing here, like I am writing, maybe I will write, so that if it is included in that item name, it includes that text. Okay, then I have to do a item dot style dot display equal to block else item dot display equal to none. So I will do this thing. Now let us see this. Let us me first add something like egg, milk. It is again milk I added. Then let me search like E and press. Why it's not coming? Okay. Item. Okay. Item. Everything is item. Okay. So milk, butter, milk, milk and buttermilk are added. Milk is the moment you type it, it will come at that time only. Milk is milk and buttermilk are coming. So this is how it is there, and everything we have done in this. This is a complete project. Only I think the edit part is not done. The edit also you can add, and as I told, this is how the it is a to do list actually. This is how the to do lists are done. Okay, that is it. So to do list and whatever list, simple list, to do list, whatever you say, that is done. Now what we are going to do? We are going to do a JavaScript form validation project. So let us again come here. New folder is new folder, and it is like form validation, form validation index.html, index.html, style.css, main.js. So these three things I'll do, and okay, form validation I'll write, and let me write the main also. Previously I forgot to write that script src main.js I'll write, and here I will write a link style.css, but I will use the font awesome also. So for the font awesome, you can take the font awesome version 5.10.2, and you can take this from anywhere. This font awesome are for the icons in the projects. Okay, so font awesomes are for that. Then let us make something here. Make a div dot container, and inside this I will have a div dot header, and h2 is there. Create account, save it. Okay, so that is there. Now after this create account, we will have a form. Let us have that form. Let us see what is this form. So and see, this form is starting here and ending till the end. Okay, it is inside the div. That is also one of the main thing. It is inside the div. So let us slowly go through the form so that you can see it. So this div of id form is there and class form is there. Then another div is there, which is like okay. Let me okay, disposing the old one and starting the new one. Okay, so that is there, and I have this this different. Okay, let's go to this one. Form an ID, form and class. So then inside this a div is there. Each of the div is there. First is the username is the label and input type text. Placeholder is enter name and whatever is there. ID is there. Then to this thing. So this thing is coming from font awesome. This thing is coming from font awesome. So error and all these things. The form validation this will hide soon and this will come according to the error. Okay, so this but we have right now we are showing everything because every one of them will have these things I class circle and small errors, so all those things. The second one is like the email input type email and email is there, and then third one is password, password is there. Fourth one is like retype password, so retype password is there, and the fifth one is the button is there, so that is there. Fifth one is the button, so that is there. So let us slowly add the css now. So in the style.css, this time I'm using the Poppins font, then box sizing, border box, a background, again font family, grid and center and thing. So this is a very cool way to take it at a center grid. In one of the previous thing which we have done, we are taking the position and all we are taking. But here, this is the best way to center it exactly at the center. And then with this container is what? Container is actually the one which is wrapping everything. That is the container. So that uh, we have given a container here, so like a background color with max width and all those things, a bit of box shadow. I'll save it. See what will happen, the back it will move to the center, and also this will be there. Okay, so why we have given this display grid in the body? Because if you give in the body, the container is the first child, so it will be at the center, so that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is this, let's give this header a bit of style. So header, border bottom, and header is this, create account, and so our header is been done correctly, and header h2 we have this is have this h2, so this is also we are giving the style. Okay, so that is there. Now let us have something in the form, some styling in the form. There are a lot of style, but as I've told, we are not doing a css here. Okay, so this form, let me again take through this slowly. So this form is there, padding and all I have taken. I'm taking it slowly so that when you're doing this project you can stop this thing. This is how you should do project. You should pause this video and then you can write your code, because I want you to write your code. As told earlier, GitHub will not be given because this is a certification course. You complete at least 3 projects from this 10 project will give you certificate, but also complete our JavaScript beginners to advanced, okay? Because we want you to do the basics also. Even if you complete it right now, it doesn't matter. You fill the attendance sheet there. Attendance sheets will be there in the live chat because we have done it previous week, so it will be there. So you fill that and you do this also, and we will give you a completion certificate, because we want you to complete this project, at least 3 projects. You do it on a LinkedIn, it will not going to benefit us, it is going to benefit you only. You are going to showcase to the world that you have done 3 JavaScript and on your own. You have not copied the code from somewhere, you have done it on your own. Because even if you pause this video and do something, you will learn something. I give you the code, you copy it, show it to the world that you have done it, you will not understand anything. Okay, so that is not something which you want. You never understand JavaScript then. Okay, so form is there, a padding and the form control. Again, this form control is this form control is the edge of the div. This we have done margin button, padding button, position relative, form control label. Again, go through this inline and all we have done. And input, we have done this input for this input. And input focus means when I click on it, see this black line is coming, that is known as the input focus. Okay, that is how that is known as a focus. Okay, so now Let us come here, and here in the form control, we have we will add in this class form control. Later we're going to add a class. We're going to see how the style works. Later we are going to do it through the JavaScript. So here I'll come and do a SUCCESS success, and here I will do a error that I will save. And now we'll add some style for this success and the error. Okay, success and error. Okay. And let's add the style for the button also. Button is looking very ugly. So as I've told, let me again take through it slowly so that you can get it. So we had till here we had added earlier. So this is something which we added after this form control success dot success and input. So whatever is having this success class, we're going to remove it soon, but just showing it. Whatever is having this success class, it will have this border and like this. If I save it, see these two will have something like this. Okay, what is happening here? And then if it has got an error, the input will have the border color of this. And then the form control I is what? Form control I is all these things. Okay, I is this visibility hidden. I'm doing position absolute and top 40 and right 10 means I'm moving it here, top 40 right 10, but this is like right now it is hidden. And form control dot success ia dot far check circle. Far check circle is what? This one, this check circle. If it has got the success class, then the visibility is visible. If it has got an error class, then the visibility is visible, or else both of them are there. Okay, so that is there. And then the form control and okay, small is this. Form control small is the color position absolute bottom left 0 and visibility is hidden again. And error, only error the visibility is visible, so that's the reason you're getting this error message. And then the last we have just given some css for the form button. Okay, form button, it is there. So that is there. Now we will move over to our JS file, and now we'll do the JS. Okay, so there are a lot of things here to be done. First thing is that I need to select this form as always, like const form equal to document dot get element by id and const username equal to document dot get element by id username. So this id is username is there. Okay, const email is equal to document dot get element by id email. Const password is like get element by id password. So this password, and this is the password too. So const password 2 is document dot get element by id password 2, and save it. And then we'll have some event listener, and then form dot add event listener and submit e dot prevent default. Okay, so this submit is there and e is there. So we have added a event listener to this submit, and e.event is something which we always do. So let us now have those values. Whatever the user enters the values, we are going to get that. So const user name value equal to username value dot trim. So what is this trim function? Trim is a JavaScript function. What it does, if suppose I have entered my name like this, and write an again do, and I have given some space. So this if I don't give this trim, this will also be added. But generally means this trim function does this. This is a very good function. It will trim it and it will do it. Okay, so that is there. So then const email dot value dot trim, const password value is like this, const password to value is password2 dot value dot trim. So if username dot value is username dot value is empty, means if you have not entered anything, then set error for is like there will be set error, so show error or whatever, set error, show error. Okay, so we'll pass the username. So we're going to create this function soon. Okay, and then we'll have else show success and username. So now we have to create this two thing. Okay, one more thing is there. Okay, this is something which we have actually not done. Okay, one thing more. This success I'm going to remove now, because or else it will always show. Okay, these two things I'm going to remove, save it. Okay, where is save it? Okay, save it like this. Okay, so now we'll add it from this JavaScript. So show error, let us show the show error. So I'll come here after this function show error in input comma message. Input and message is there. Okay, so because I'm sending an input and a message, so I'm taking that. So then const form control equal to input dot parent element const small equal to, okay, so what is this form control means input dot parent element. So this username I have given. So what is this, the username is what? Okay, so we are passing this directly, the username we are passing. Okay, directly passing the username, and username cannot be blank. Okay, but it should. Okay, better to pass this. Okay, whatever is there. Okay, because we want, okay, we want exactly the parent name. So what happens here, see, if I'll show this thing. What happens is this input, whatever I'm passing here, username dot parent name I'm giving, because username is something which I enter here. The parent name will be that input box. Parent name will be that input box, and then I'm also selecting form control. This form control is what is this? Okay, this form control dot query selector small means this parent element will actually become like this. We want to see that. Okay, and dot query selector small, I'm selecting then the, so then this okay, suppose I'm typing something in the username, so the parent will become this div, and then inside this I am searching for the query selector small. Okay, form control dot query selector small I'm searching, and then we are going to add that thing here. Okay, let me also do one thing here. First is anyways, we are going to see that thing. Okay. Form control dot class name equal to form control error. So form control and error, so this error class I am adding. Okay, the form control and error class I'm adding, and then small dot inner text is the message which is the username is required. Okay, username is required. Save it, and then we have to do this show success also. So come here and do a function and show success is again the const form control is input dot parent name, and this is the success. Okay, so let us do this, and let us do now. Okay, one sec, let me inspect inspect. I will inspect this one. Okay, so this one I will enter, because in this only everything will be added. Okay, so this error will be added here. If I error will be added one, so suppose I click it here, see it is added. So what is the just added here? Let us again go through it. And here first thing is that form control dot input parent element, input dot parent element. Okay, so let me also do one thing here, console dot log of form control. I'll do console dot log of form control. What is this form control? Okay, and let me again. Okay, so we'll go to this console, and if I enter my name and then submit. Okay, why am I entering my name? Because it is going here. Okay, I will not enter anything and I will submit. So see this this input, whatever the input is there, its parent is taking. As I've told earlier also, what was happening, its parent is this div. So this div will be taken. So this is how it works. Okay, so this div will be taken, and then I'm creating, I'm a query selector. I'm selecting this small thing. I'm selecting it, which has got this error message, which has right now got this error message. So you see quickly, so this one has got this error message. So in this this I'm adding one more, like this form control and error, form control and error I'm adding. So we have for this form control and error, we have all these things which you have seen earlier. Form control and error means it will have a, like, color is this, visibility is this, and all those things are there. Okay, so that is there. And then small dot inner text message. So right now see it is error message. So see the first one only, because we have added the logic for the first one only. I'm submitted. See, this got changed, this small got changed, username is, it is overriding it. That is okay, let it override. And the other thing was there, this form control error, this, it was only form control, it is only form control. But this form control error is been added. And when the error is been added, then form control error, we have a lot of things here in the form control. If you have a form control error, then this exclamation circle will come. We have seen that thing. If you add an error, we are adding, we are showing all these things. So this is how it is there. So that's why you will get this. So suppose I enter something and then I will click the submit. See what is happening here, it is coming, and form control success, it is given success. Again the success will show us this thing, and all these things it will show. So this is how this is done. So that is there. Now we are just, we have to go and add the style, add the validations for other things like this main. I will go and here I will first add the, see, username is done. Now the email value will be done. So if email value is equal to this, then it will be show error email. Okay, is required is okay. Okay, one more thing is there, which is there. And in email we sometime also check what is this email is a valid email or not, at the rate and all those things are there. So we will add one more thing here. So else if I will add a is email value. This is a special thing which will require something known as a regular expression, which we are not going to learn that much. And and mostly in most of the developers copies that from the Stack Overflow. So how to get a valid email. So it's a long thing like that, and we are also going to do that. I'm also going to show how do the developers copy actually those things. Okay, so this show error, email is not valid, and the else part will be like show error and email. So what is this? Like this is email. So we have to create one more function. Not of his email means it will check if the email value is valid or not, and it will return true and false according to. So true it will return if it is valid, false it will return if it is not valid. If it is false, that's why we're giving a not here. So yeah, function. So these are some very good projects which we are doing. Okay, it's email, and so how to find this kind of a code, find this kind of a code. So when you do email validation in JavaScript, you will okay you can go through anyways. Generally people what they do, they will okay, so some good explanations are also there in how to validate the email and all. But the main thing is that you need something known as regular expressions. Okay, so okay, there's so many ads are there. Okay, so they have also given us like a step-by-step email validation, how what this things means. So you can get this thing from anywhere. So it doesn't matter. You can get this thing from anywhere. I have also got it from somewhere. So I will actually what I will do then, I will put it in the chat also. So if you are going to this video, you can check it. Okay. So I'll have a here I'll have a like this I'll have put it in the chat. So if you do, so you can take it. So just a regular expression are like special things through which you can means check if suppose I write welcome at the rate um, 1996 at the rate 1996. So how to check that the user have written a special character and all? You go to any website, you enter the password, you'll see that if you don't enter a special character, it will ask that enter a special character. How does they check? They check it through regular expressions. They don't know what you're writing, so that they don't know, that is not sent to the backend, but they will check validate that whether you have whatever you have written, it contains like one number, two, three numbers, it contains like your alphabets, it contains a special character. Sometime in nowadays website, I see that when you enter something, it will give you that this is a weak password, a strong password, or something like that. That is also done through like this regular expression. A regular expression is a bit tough. Most people don't know it. A bit of here and there they know, but this kind of thing, it's a subject in itself. So this kind of thing you cannot. I also don't know. Means I know that 0 to 9 means you. How do you check for something? A bit I know. 0 to 9 you can check, like star you give, dollar you give, those things I know, but beyond that it is a subject in itself. So I will do this like this, and then now let us try to first let me do this, then I will leave it blank first. So email is required is coming, so means this one is working fine. Now I will enter email like n at b n at b and at b dot c. Maybe I will write this much also, and b dot c dot com or something should be there. Let me see whether it will be catching it on. Email is not valid. So this is a very good your email checker. So that's why so many things I've taken. So that's why I've taken from the internet. But some of the email checker, if you create a very simple email checker, what will happen that if I do n at b.c, it will not catch it, but it is catching even this thing n at b.c because it wants a com and all those things, .com and all those things. So this is what the email validations is all about. So the email validation is also working fine. So now the next validation is the password and the re-enter password validation we are going to do. So here we'll go and I'll do if password value is again show error password is required, else show error password, and okay, and then if password to value is equal to do this, so error okay, yeah, confirm password is required, yeah, password to, and we'll have one more thing here, which is like else if password to or password value we have to, because retype password, okay, retype password means that you're typing it, so they should be equal, whatever you type they should be equal. So if they are not equal, then what, then we have to give another error that password to password do not match, or else I will just have this thing show the password. So that is done. Now let us go and do it, and I will enter 6 hours suggesting, okay. So let me enter first thing, two different thing I'll enter, password do not match is coming, okay. And one more thing I forgot, if I do it like this, password is required, confirm password is required, that is okay. Okay, let me write. So both of them this I have given equal, so now it is going. So this is how it works, this is how the validation works. This is one of the very good validation project which you can use in some of your production projects also. This validation is there, okay, all the validations and a good looking form is there. This all these things you can use, as always go through the video and create it, okay. So that is there, and these are some of the projects which can go to your portfolio, which you can go to your GitHub, which can go to your LinkedIn. So please put them on your portfolio, put them on the LinkedIn tag us, and we will tag you, we will comment back, okay. So that will be there. And means most of you, I think how much LinkedIn connection I have. I'm a LinkedIn influencer, I have 21,000 LinkedIn connection. If I tag back someone, it reaches to almost everyone, and I'm in connection to with almost every means big HR company in India and abroad, okay. So that is there. So if I tag someone back, they'll definitely get some visibility. So the next project which we are going to do is the year end counter. One year end counter is we are going to do, and nice, we're going to learn something here. And year end counter will do in index.html and style.css and theme.js. Actually, we will have a nice looking, okay, image also, which will show in the background. So we have this thing, and revealing finder, year end counter. Just you take any snow image. I have just taken one snow image. Like this, it will be shown. So this is something which we are going to use in our year end counter. So let us do that. year and counter link is like this, and script like this, main.js, and then let us have some HTML. Actually, New Year is not coming, but maybe I will write. We have to write something, so maybe New Year is coming is okay. But it's a long time for the New Year. Okay, so that is there, and h1 is there, and a div is there, because we are showing going to what we are going to do. We are going to show a countdown here, means countdown timer we are going to show, which will run, means which will show how many days till the New Year is there. Okay. Okay, so we have a div of class countdown container. Inside this, we have a div of time and 4 div of times. Then I have h1 of days, small days, hours, minutes, seconds. So we want to show all of them. So I'll save it, and then I will go live. Show it here, and see now this is like a icon. So this is showing this snow thing. So this is coming, this is like this, it is there. So now let's have add some style also here. Style is connected. Okay, so I'm just using a Google font. Box sizing, background image, you are with URL I'm taking. Background size, cover, center, I'm doing this is background position. Display flex, again this all will be at the center because of this. Okay, so these two are the children, so this will be at the center. And fonts family, and this something which we have to take. I'll save it. So I will have this image also there, and have this at the center. Okay, so that is there. Now let us have something more. So this countdown container, time, time h1. So this countdown container is display flex. Time is again this display flex. So this countdown container, when I'm taking display flex, see all of these are just children. So this will come one after the another. And then time is also I'm taking display flex, flex direction column, and time h1 is there like this. So what will come? It will show like one after the another, and this because of this time I have taken flex direction columns, it will come one after the other. So this our main CSS, everything in the CSS is done. So now it is time to put the JavaScript. So let us put the JavaScript now. So here we have to select everything. So first I'll select the const body equal to document dot body, and we'll do, and then const end time and time equal to new date and December 31st, and it will be 20. So you have to give the last date of this year, which is 22, and the last timing of this year, which is 23, 59, 59. So this is something we have to give in the new date function is again it is in the JavaScript. Okay, so that is there, and then I'll do a const days el equal to document dot get element by id days. So what is this days el? Days el is this I'm getting. document element value days, hours, minutes, and seconds. We are going to select those things. Days el, then const hours el, const minutes el, const seconds el. So all these things we are going to select first. Okay, so that is it. Then const update countdown. So we are having this function as update countdown, and how we're going to call this function actually, and how to create. We are creating something like a stop means countdown timer which will run every 1 second. So for all these kind of things in JavaScript, we have something known as set interval, not set time or set interval, which runs after every some seconds it will run. So I will put it inside that. Okay, set interval, and like this, every 1 second it will keep on running. Every 1 second it will keep on running. So then I will come here and do a const start time equal to new date. So every 1 second, it will run. This function will run every 1 second, and it will get the new date. Okay. Then const if equal to end and time minus start time. What is the end time? End time is that minus the start time. What is the current time? So now I needed to get exactly the time which is there in which is remaining. Okay, so there is a maths involved in it, and this maths you can find it from the internet, but it is something like that. Okay, how many days are there, and so those things are there. Okay, so how to find the days here? Const days equal to, first thing is mat dot flow. I'll do math dot flow, and if diff I have to take and divide by 1000, divide by 60 60 24. So 60 60 24, because see, some of the if I do like this now, console dot log of days. So let's see that what is this days. Okay, so it is continuously count. 206 days are there. So it is a calculation actually. The 60 means each of the second, and each of the seconds are there, each of the hours are there. 24 is the 24 hours. So this is how you get it, but it is showing, see, it is continuously after each second it is showing me. I don't want to see this thing. Okay, so now like this we have a hours also. Const hours equal to mat.flow, and here what happened, we have to do a modulus of 24 and it will give me the exact hour. Okay, then const minutes equal to mat.diff, and this will give me the exact minute what is there. Const seconds equal to, like this, it will give me the seconds. But now I want them to be shown instead of these things I want them to be shown. So let us do that, and this I will do like days el dot inner html equal to days. What is this days el? Days el is this. Days el is this thing. So inside this, the inner html or inner let it be, okay, inner text also we can do like this. If I do text like this, is days, I save it. This 206 days will be shown. Now what to do for the rest of them? Okay, so like hours el dot inner text equal to hours, it will show me the hours, and minutes el dot inner text equal to minutes, it will show me the minute. And the main thing is that second yields is something which will update every second. 35, 34, 36, and this is the something which will update everything. Okay, now you're seeing this. Okay, everything is like 13, everything is like a 2 digit. But sometimes what happens if only 9 comes or something single digit comes, what happens there, it is not shown means in a correct way. Okay, correct way is not, it will shown means it will show 9, but we should have something like 0 also there. Okay, 0 3 hours, you can leave it like this. Okay, like, okay, like this 0 4 seconds, so that is much more better to show. So you can leave it like this, so it is looking perfect. But sometimes we should means for me it will look much more better, I think. So we have something like less than 10, less than 10. So if it is less than 10, then I will have this template stringing, and I'm adding this 0 to it, or else hours. Similar to this thing, minutes less than 10, I will add this. This is like less than 10, I will add it like this, $0. I'm adding it like this. See now what is happening. Now I think we have to wait, because this 13 hours we cannot wait. We cannot wait for 23 minutes, but we can wait for this to happen. Like we can see this thing. Okay, so that is there. And one more thing, like see, the 0 0 was there. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to do, how many did we did? We did 1 2 3 4. 4 we have did. Okay, I want to show another year end counter, which is like a superior version of this year end counter. Here everything is static. We'll have the same logic till here, but after this we'll add an advanced logic to show some snowflakes which will come in different shapes, sizes and shapes, and it will come from the down. It will like a snowfall, and that is much more better than this one also. Means most of the things will be like same, but that ending logic is also a bit big logic, and that is something means we are going to do here. And for that I will write a new file, year and snowflakes year end snow, or year end snow is good. Year end snow, year end snow. Okay, and here index.html, style.css, and theme.js. So this thing I've done, and this thing. Okay, so year end snow. Okay, snow is okay, but everything is okay like here. Or I will write ending like this. Okay, I'll write. Okay, countdown, container time, and all these things are like same. But one more thing which I'm going to do here is we are going to add this font awesome, because we're going to use font awesome in this thing, to font awesome to show those snowflakes we're going to show. Okay, so save it. So then I have to close this, and I have to go live. Again we are having something like that. And okay, So that is there, and then we are again. So only this thing, this font awesome thing which I have added. So rest of the code, if you can see, it is like the same only. Only this font awesome, you can get the font awesome link from the internet, like 5.14. Okay, always take the one which I say, because it, or else it will cause a lot of issues and all. Okay, so that is there, and now in this style.css will go. Not much difference will be there, only a bit of difference will be there. So see, the thing is that I have a background color here now, not a background image here. Okay, so background color is there, which is a darker color you have to take, and then again the css will be like the same, like this. Okay, this countdown container, time h1 and time small. So this we have, and save it, so it will again show like this as always we have seen. Okay, so this is this, and this is how it has been shown, just like the previous case. Okay, just like the previous case it is been shown. Now it's time for the JavaScript, and this JavaScript will be like this. Initial JavaScript will be exactly same, so that's have kept it open. So this thing, and I'm not going to explain it again, but we'll have some snowflakes here. Okay, so this will be there. Let it now start, and when it start, it is showing. So that is okay. But now the main thing starts here. Main difference starts here, and the main difference is that we are going to create some snowflakes, not a background, but we'll create some snowflakes. So let us add some snowflakes, and I'll add a function create SNOW snowflake. Okay, let me take a, why I'm taking a function. I don't like this. Const. I like arrow functions. Const. I should spell it right. Const create SNOW equal to like this. This I'll do, and then const SNOW underscore _KE equal to document dot create element I am going to do, create element I am going to do. Then snowflake dot class list dot add FAS. So what is this FAS? Okay, I'll add actually two class list here. So this I am adding a class of fast and far snowflake. What are they? Fast and far snowflake. So they are like if you do font awesome, in the I you have to add something. Font awesome, just understand what is font awesome in the I, so that the format of the font awesome. Okay, so now I will add a document. Font awesome is a very popular icon library which is used throughout, means everywhere it is used. Okay, not everybody uses it. Okay, child append child and snowflakes I'll do, and then I'll do this create snowflake. I'll do like this, and save, save it. See, this is a snowflake which you're seeing it here. This is the snowflake which we have created. The snowflake we have created. Document.body we are appending in the body. Complete body we are appending. So it is showing like this. So now we'll add something like for a single snowflake, means how this will work. Okay, so we'll add some more thing, like like a bit of animation will be added. Okay, so I'm go here and I will add a snowflakes and position absolute top minus 20 pixel means it will come from the top, and then I will have a fall linear forward. So what is fall is something which you have created. It can be any name. Transform translate 105 vertical height. So what it is doing, it is starting from above here and it will go till the end. It will go till the end. Okay, so that is how it will be there. So we'll add a temporary thing here, or else we are not able to, will not able to see it. 10 second I will add. Okay, save it. See this thing, this is the animation which is there. So it is coming from the top, it is going from outside the window, it is going and it will go, it will go outside it. So this is what the animation is doing, a simple animation. We have done the CSS animation series also, and that we have done very complicated animation. So now we are going to remove this 10 second, because we need to show this dynamically, and we need to show not one snowflake, we need to show thousands of snowflakes. Then only the rainfall will happen, then only the, not the rainfall, the snowfall will happen. Okay, so now what we have to do, we are not going to call this snowflake like this, like create a snowflake. Again, we are going to call it through a set interval. So let's do that. Set interval create snowflakes, and not after 1000, but we are going to call a lot, means 1000 is like 1 second. We are going to, or 1000 millisecond, so we are going to call after every 50 millisecond, means it's a lot of time. It's 1 second, we are dividing it, like 1 second have 1000 milliseconds, so it is like only 50 milliseconds, so this means a lot. So now here in the create snowflake, we have to come and let us start to show our snowfall. So first, and we are going to do a bit of randomness also, is no underscore flake ake dot style dot left. So whenever I do the style dot left, it means the there is a left properties there, that I am doing it. Okay, equal to math dot random, math dot random, and not any random, like we will have like into 3. Okay, not like this. Okay, math dot random into window dot inner width plus pixel. So in this this whatever is coming, we have to show a pixel. Okay, we have to show a px also attached. The left is in pixel. So then snow flake dot style dot animation duration. This is the 10 second which we have taken earlier, but we are going to take it as randomly. Okay, so all the snowflakes have a random thing. Okay, so math dot random 3 plus 1 or 2 c, like 2 I'll do, plus seconds I do, and then the opacity. Some opacity means how light, means the light can go through it, that is known as opacity. So we are going to do the snowflake SNOW flake dot style dot opacity equal to math dot random. So opacity will be math dot random, and then SNOW flake dot style dot font size. So each of them will have a different font size equal to math dot random, and not have a px. I will have a pixel, and so you can take anything. I'm taking anything, like, but it should be pixel and all. So you can try it with different thing, but I've taken left animation duration, opacity, font size, and that then what I have to do, I have to do a document dot body dot append child snowflakes. Only this much I do. I'll do one more thing, I'll show it that way. So see, now this is what the snowflakes are there. See, some of them are coming from the left. So what is that this left function is doing? It is passing it in the whole thing. Animation duration, all of the animation duration there, some are fast, some are slow. Opacity, see some of them you see the opacity is like light and all. Okay, and the font size is also different, so they are of different font size. This is what but if you keep on doing this, your browser will get slow, because what is happening here, there is one thing which you should do, or else if you keep on, if you put it in a website, your website will become slow in 3-4 minutes. Means not 3 minutes, 10-15 seconds. Because what is happening, we are creating a lot of snowflakes, but we are not getting rid of them. We have to get rid of them also, we have to remove them also. When see this snowflakes function is calling at a lot fast pace, like 50 milliseconds. So there is something which we have to do, and you should do. This is a must have thing in this thing. You'll not see it like this, but you leave it for 10-20 minutes, your site will be slow. Okay, so when we do something like this, what we do, set timeout, I'll do, and set timeout, we all know what is it. And here I will do a snowflake dot remove. So and 5, like this, 5 seconds. So what will happen, a single snowflake is created after 50 seconds. So this, it will tag it, and that single snowflake, like this, suppose this snowflake is created, so it is also already getting slow, and it will remove it after 5 seconds, that snowflake. So if there are 1,000 snowflakes created, that 1,000 snowflakes will be deleted after, each one of them will be after 5 seconds. So this is something which you should do, and this is our cool looking snowflake site. And as I told, this have a lot of other code also, so that is there. And this, instead of snowflakes, you can do rain or something like 5 snowflakes happen. So I've given this assignment to some of my students, they have given rain instead of that, you can do flower instead of that, and this is something which will look very good in your website. Literally, rainfall is coming or something, use your creativity, do some magic with it. Okay, so that is there, and this is the snowflakes. Okay, so how many we have done? 1 2 3 4 5, we have done 5. Okay, okay, so the next thing which we are going to do is the password generator. We are going to do a password generator. So let me again close all of these things, and now port is also disposed, and I will create a password generator, password generator, right? And index.html and style.css and main.js. So these three things I have to do, and then again do like this, and password generator, and I'll do a link style.css and script script main.js. So okay, save it. Okay, let's have something small. Div dot container and div dot the header, div dot keyword. Okay, div dot keyword. So inside the header, I have a div dot keyword, and then I will have a span hash keyword. Span hash keyword I will have, and I'll have something here. Then I'll have a button id copy, like this. It will be copy. And inside this, I will have some random special characters. Okay, random special character. You can take anything, like some random special characters. Like this, I'll have, save it. Then I will go live. and it will be shown like this. Then we'll have something more also here. Okay, so let me, so after this header we'll have some body here. Okay, so that body, let us make that body. Explain also, and we pause also. See, after this header I have this body, and this main container is ending here. So what is this p body? So this is the p body. Okay, so in this I have a form control. Class of form control is there. Okay, then which is having this okay, and let me save it also so that you can see it side by side. So this is like this, and in this I have a label, and I have an input id and all value, type number, min max is there. Then label contains uppercase. I have another input type id. Okay, this is a checkbox, these two are checkboxes. Everything else is also checkbox. Okay, so I have all these checkboxes like this, and we drink some water. Okay, and the last one is a button. Okay, so as I've told, if you're doing it later on, please do pause the video and write it, not right now, because I told all of you, this will be available. This is not a part, you will not going to get a participation certificate. You have to create this project and showcase it on the LinkedIn, and that is up to you. You want to showcase, you showcase, but we want the GitHub link. You should have this project in your portfolio. You should have this project, at least provide us 3 projects out of this 10, and we'll give you a certificate. Okay, so okay, so that is there now. Okay, so let's start putting some styles now. So we have a Rancher font. Box sizing is there again through display flex. We'll make it a center. H1 color is there. So this where we have this H1. So we have the H1 color, and then we have the container. Save it, and it will be shown like this. Okay, so that is there. Then let us put some more. This header I have, and one sec, let me come once. Okay, sorry for that. Someone was at the door. I'm alone at the home. Okay, so we'll continue. So this header I have given. So header and then this keyword. Again, I will take it slow so that you can pause the video and do it. Okay, keyword. This keyword. What is this keyword? Dot keyword. Dot keyword is this class. Where is that class? Okay. Okay, this is this dot keyword class. So we're given the style for that font size and all, and dot keyword. So you'll see, so it is coming like this, and dot keyword and button. So what is this keyword and button? Okay, why is this p and dot keyword? Okay, okay, so this dot keyword button is this dot keyword button. After this span we have, so this button is there, this we have given. So dot keyword button. So see this dot keyword button, this copy, this is actually this we have like it will not be shown every time like it is border none. It will be, we're going to soon show it through the your JavaScript. So it is not right now, it will be shown. Okay, so that is there. Option absolute top, we have a button here. So that is how we will copy the password. That is how we are going to copy the password. So let us take the next part of it, and which is like a hover of it. Okay, a hover will take hover, just a hover. So see what is happening right now. So the opacity is 0. Opacity 0 means it is not showing. The moment I hover it, the opacity is like 1. So that's the reason I'm able to see it. I'm moving it, opacity is 1, and I'm able to see it. Okay, so let's add some more. And because there is a lot of CSS and I don't want to concentrate on CSS, because the main thing which we are concentrating here is the JavaScript. This is a 10 JavaScript project, not 10 CSS project, but then also I'm taking you all through the CSS also. So this p body, we have to do p body and control, and then we have like, okay, and this button. So p body, control, and button. We have this button which is known as generate. So this is the last part of the CSS which we are going to do, because our this is already looking very good, and this good looking projects, if you have in a portfolio, it will really add to you. So password body I have done, and you should not be lazy enough. Okay, you should type this much. Okay, so everything cannot be given. Anyways, this is a certification thing. Okay, so p body is there, and a bit of padding I have done. So padding will actually shift all of this thing. And form control, each of the form control means each of the div this thing. So we have given some styles there also. And then the generate, the button will do, and now it is really looking like this. Perfect, it is looking like perfect. Now it's the time to do our password, means generate password. This is the random password generator. And so password length we can give, it should contain uppercase, lowercase, contain number, symbol, and generate the password. So like this, you can use this to generate a very good password. If you see nowadays, Google also means not Google. This your if you have a password field, no, I think it is given a Google only. It suggests us the password. So behind the scene, Google engineers have written some code like this, a little bit complicated than this, not more complicated than this, a little bit complicated than this they have written. And this is how the internet works. Every code you see, even the Google engineers are there. I know they are considered as God, but then also God also have written some code like that only. Okay, that is like that. So it is not very much complicated than this code, a bit complicated than this. Okay, a bit complicated. So but the starting point is this only. So we'll write now, and then const pwel, and like it's document.getElement, and pwel is like this, like get element by id. So what is the id? Id is this, class is this, id is this, id is this, whatever is there. So this id will be like this keyword, and then const copy el equal to document dot get element by id, and we have this copy. So what is this copy? Again, this copy is this button id. So this copy is selecting this also through the id. We're taking a lot of ids. See, generally in JavaScript project you should take the ids and all. Okay, so you should take the ids. Then const len el equal to document dot get element by id len. So this is, now we're selecting this length now. So this length, this also have an id, so we're selecting that. Then const upper el is upper, const lower el is lower, and let us also check if it is okay. Const upper el lower el, yeah, it is okay. So ids are there, then number and symbol ids are also there. So we'll write const number el, const symbol symbol el is symbol, and const generate el is generate. Generate el is what? Generate el is for the button. Generate is for the button. Save. Did I link my script file? Yeah, so I didn't forget it. So now what we are going to do, we are going to have a const upper letters I am going to have, and here we are just going to write abcd till that. Okay, so this is something we are going to use. Okay, you see how we are going to use const lower letters. Again, a to z I'm going to write const numers numbers equal to, again it will be 1 to 9, and const symbols. Okay, symbols can be actually anything, like anything, any symbols. We are writing all the symbols here, so it can be anything. Okay, so that is there. Now I'll have a function of get lower is equal to, not like return lowercase. Okay, so it is not like return lowercase, but I want only one letter from here. Okay, one letter. We are going to see what I'm doing. So this lowercase lower letter I'm taking, and here I will pass, this is a string, this is string, but string are also like an array. So I'll do here math dot flow, math dot random, lower letter dot length. So what it will do, it will give me exactly one random thing from this lower letter. So similar to this, I will have the rest of them also, like function get upper letters, get upper letters. Okay, upper letter is okay, or upper letters is not okay. Upper letters is not okay. The thing should be upper letter is okay. Get lower. Maybe I will write it as case. Okay. And function get number. Function get a number is written like this. And then function get symbol is like this. So let us see what this all returns. Okay, so console.log off. Okay, get lowercase, console.log off, get uppercase. get number and get symbol. So that's I'll save it. And if I go to the inspect, go to the console, as I've told, I will get any one of them. It's like AML. If I refresh it again, see, this is some random I'm getting. So this is what I actually require, something random from the list when passing. Very simple code, not very complicated and all. So that is there. So now we will create a generate password function. Okay, generate password function. Okay, and this will be done when someone click on the button. So we'll do that. So let us do that, and let us me remove this thing, because we know what we are getting. A single item we are getting. Okay, so I'll have a generate el dot add event listeners and click event listener. I don't want to make it here, I want to make it in a different function. I'll generate generate password, because we want to generate a complete password. To generate password, I'll do, then I will go to here, generate password, and function generate password, and const len equal to len el dot value. So what is this length? Length is this thing. So whatever I'm entering here, that is the length el dot value will give me that. I've also hard coded 15 to it, but we can change it also. Okay, so not hard coded, it is the initial value. It is initial value, not hard coding. Okay, so let password equal to an empty string I'm taking. Then after that, I will have a for loop. I will have a traditional for loop, I plus plus, and then const x equal to generate x. So this is a different function I'm calling every time, like whatever length is there. So suppose the length is 15, so I'll call it 15 times. So generate x is something which I am going to do, and then it will be password plus equal to x, means it will give me only one of them. So password plus equal to x means 15 length password will be provided. Then I will have here, I'll have a pwel. So pwel dot inner text equal to password. What is this pwel? Pwel is this password. P word is this one. This whatever, actually we are also showing a default value like this. So like this it will change. Okay, so like inner text equal to password. Now what we have to do, we have to create this generate x. So come here and function generate x like this, and const access equal to an empty array like this, and then upper el dot so this upper el I've taken upper el dot checked. If it is checked, if it is checked, if it is checked means if the checkbox is ticked, it means if the checkbox, which is, we can always, for a checkbox we can always get it with the checked. Then I will have a and access. I've taken an empty array. Okay, dot push get uppercase. So this is also very easy logic. So I have taken like this, and then like this I will have all the other things, like the lower one, then I'll have the number one, then I'll have the symbol one. Okay, so then I will check if access dot length equal to 0, then return like this. I will return it because I don't want it to be 0, or else means you should not make it a 0. Password length is 0, you should not pass it. Okay, so that's why we are doing that also. So else return access match.flow and access dot length. Okay, access dot length. So whatever we're doing, it will be done like this. Okay, so there is something like access dot generate x is coming here. Okay, so and it will do. Okay. So let me also, because this is done and all, okay, I will want to show something here. Console.log of access. What is this access? Let it be clear. Okay, and one more thing I want to do. Console.log of, just do this thing also. So what I'm returning here, because whatever I'm returning here, it is only going to this x. So this x will get that. So let us check those things. So always, as I told, always try to check. Inspect. Let it be 15 only. Let it be 15. So let us see how many times it has been called. Because if it is 15, then let us see. Okay. So where is the console log? Think. Inside generate x. Okay, that's strange. It's not even going inside that. So we're debugging it. ID generate. So let's debug it from here. Console.log. Okay, so this is going perfect. There's no password is coming here. Okay, so that's why it is doing like this. Okay, no password is coming here, so means we have messed out somewhere here. Okay, is less than length is 15, less than I plus plus generate x. I'm doing. Okay, generate x. I'm going here, and what is this? Upper en is upper. Get element by id upper. Upper lower number symbol. Upper lower number symbol. So that is okay. Okay, this is how we see these things. Okay, get a check and upper dot. Oh my bad. I have to click it. Everything is okay actually here. So I have to click it, or else how the password will be generated. Okay. See, now everything is working. This is I forgot how to use it. Okay, so now it is there, it is okay. Now let us see. I wanted to show this thing. Okay, so here I'll do a generate password. See, I don't know what is happening again. Oh, I can click it. Just nuts. So I have selected every one of them. So it is first checking that whether they are checked or not. Okay, let us do one thing. Let me only check one. That is the uppercase. So what will happen in this? It will go to the uppercase. So it will run 15 times. It will run 15 times. Okay, because the length is, maybe I will make it as 5. I'll make it as 5, and like will do a generate password. So it will do inside the generate x and xx. What is this there? Okay, I want to have some space here. So let it be 5. Let the generate 5 is there, and generate password is there. So generate inside as g. So why it has done g? Again, when I will run this thing, get uppercase, here will run only the get uppercase. So what will happen? Get uppercase will give me a random uppercase thing, because this all these things will not run because the checked is not there. I've only checked this thing. So it will come here, and then it will, okay, what was happening earlier, it was returning from here because I have not chosen anything. Okay, so it is returning from here. Then mat.random, okay, access, this will also not come into play right now. So how, when it will come into play, I'll show. Because now what is happening, it will return the access.length is 1. So it will return that thing only. So this thing is actually be done. Suppose I do all of these things, like it will contain uppercase, lowercase, number, symbol, all these things I'll do. And I'll do the generate password. So see inside x, so this all of these things will be done, and I will push to this access. So access is now this array is having now these 4 things it is having here, also 4 things it is having. Then I am just doing the random thing, and then I am returning it. So I'm returning one of these things, like here I'm returning v, here I'm returning 6, here I'm returning this symbol, here I'm returning this not, here I'm returning the 0. So I am returning only one of them, because I don't want all of them to be returned. And see, now my password is like this. Okay, so that is like that. So that is the logic behind it. Okay, so now that is done. Now the one thing is remaining which we wanted to do is like I want to copy the password, whatever the password we generate, whatever the password which we have written, we will copy it to the clipboard. Okay, so clipboard, copying it to the clipboard is like okay, so okay, so copying the clipboard, the command is a bit different, and so let us do that. And here there is a copy el. Okay, copy el is also there, which is this id of copy, which is where, which is this one, this which comes when you hover our mouse over it, and we can click it also. So we'll add the logic for that. Now copy, so copy el dot add event listener, and click is there, then comma const text area. So const text area is equal to document dot create element text area. So here the logic is a bit different. So I'm creating an element like text area. Okay, then I'll have a const password equal to pwel dot inner text. What is is there in the pwel, whatever is there, that dot inner text I'll do. Then after this, if not of password and return, just like we have empty thing, then we have a text area dot value equal to the password, whatever is the password. Then document dot body dot append child text area. Okay, so in the body I'm appending this text area which I've just created, and text area dot select. Okay, text area dot select is there, and then we have, so we text area dot select will select whatever is the text area. Something in the document dot x command, exec command. So see, we have a lot of things in the DOM. So exec command, x command is like copy. Command is like copy. Exec command is like copy, and then text area. So we just, I have created a temporary text area. Text area dot okay, no, text area dot not dot area. This is text area dot remove. So we have created temporary text area only for this thing, and alert password copied to this. I'll save it now. Again, I'll do a 15 15 15 15, generate it, come here, copy it, password copied to clipboard. I'm getting this error, this thing. Okay, let me see whether it is really copied to clipboard. I'll do a control B, and it is copied to the clipboard. It is copied to the clipboard. So this is how this works. Okay, so this is our project number, which this is our project number 6. Okay, but it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we're done with the project number 6, and we are going to complete the next project. Actually, I'm not going to complete the next project. The next 4 projects will be completed by Mosam, and we'll take a 10-minute break so that we have to do some setup. We will do the remaining 10 remaining 4 projects in 10 minutes. So we are going to meet in the next 10 minutes. Okay, let us do some setup. We want to do some setup, and we'll meet in 10 minutes.
So hi all, a warm welcome to all of you with the 10 JavaScript projects in an hour. So 6 projects have already been completed by Navindu and rest 4 I will be doing it for you. I hope you all will be able to listen my voice clearly. So please let me confirm with yes in the comment section of chat box, YouTube chat. And one more thing, let me also share you the what WhatsApp group link so that in case someone want to join to the group for further updates, they can join us. One second. One second. So I've shared you the WhatsApp group link for further updates. In case someone want to join, they can join us for further updates. We will be doing so many of series, so much series projects and all that stuff. So in order not to miss that, I request all to join the group for the further updates that we will be sharing here only. Okay. So I will be doing the next 4 projects, and let me tell you one thing. We will be only focusing on JavaScript here. So focus is only on JavaScript, neither on HTML, neither on CSS. So please, uh, hmm? So please forgive us if we are not focusing or describing HTML or CSS. So our only vision is to focus on JavaScript project. JavaScript as we are doing the JavaScript project only. When we are doing CSS, we focus on CSS. When we are doing what JavaScript, we focus on JavaScript. So focus on the code, focus on the learning, focus on the concept, focus on the logic. That's what we are looking for. So let me create the basic structure for the project which I will be doing. I will be doing 4 projects. The first one is will be the hidden search widget, which is similar to as soon as you click on the search button, the search bar will open or will expand. So I will show you how it will work. So the basic structure has already been created. One second. Here we'll have the index.html control S, and one second, let me open it with live server. So here is the search bar. So this is the basic HTML skeleton what we have created, and in this skeleton we will be adding CSS and then the JavaScript functionality. So as you all can see, this is the basic code of basic skeleton of HTML, and we have a class called search input type as we have the input type text. Class is input, placeholder is search, as you all can see the placeholder is here. Okay, fine. So then a button is also here. It is called as a button, which is which is this button, search button. So nothing, and we have a linking file which is called the main.js. So moving on to the style part. One second. So as you all can see, styling part has been completed, and we have a box, border box. Fine. Body, we have a background image with linear gradient function. Display is flex, align item center, justify content center, height is 100 vertical edge, as we have covered whole of the page. Overflow is hidden and margin is 0. And for the search, we have position as a relative, and from height 50 px down, we have placed the search bar. So in search.input, the class we have taken up, the background color is white. As you all can see, the background color is white. Border 0, font size is 18 px, padding 15 px, height 50 px, width 50 px, and transition is width. One second. Width of width with 0.3 second of ease. Okay. Now going down to the button part, we'll have the background color as white, border 0, cursor pointer, and the font size 24 px. And position is absolute, top 0, left 0, height 50 px, width 50 px, and transition is transform 0.3 second to ease. Fine, perfect. So now we'll have the button dot focus, input dot focus, and have the alternate then perfect, and dot search dot active dot input with is 200 px, and search active dot button will have the transform translate x axis to 198 px. So this is what we have done with the uh, style.css. Then we will now add the functionality one second. So we will now add the functionality of JavaScript, which will actually implement this opening of the box. So we'll show you how to add it. One second, we'll have for const search equals to document document dot query selector, document dot query selector, and we'll have one second. Document will go for dot search. So we'll have the const as search and document.query selector for the search button. One second. Now perfect. Now we will have the same thing for the button. Let's copy it. And again the same thing for the input. So let me change it to btn, and here also dot btn, and here also for input, and here also for dot input. So let me save it. So now we'll have for button btn dot add event listener. We'll have for the click functionality. We'll have for the click functionality all function will be created. Here we'll have the search dot class list dot toggle will get active. Okay, and then input will be the dot focus. So here we save it. One second, some error is there. One second. So const search equals to document dot query selector fine, and we'll again have const button equals to document dot query selector fine for dot button. Okay, so const input and document dot query selector is for input. So button dot add event listener will have an event here, and one second. So one second. So we'll have button dot. Okay, here we'll have this, and search dot class list dot toggle. Again we'll have active and input dot focus. So saving it, and we'll see the functionality will work or not. So something again we need to check it out. One second, and let me select all and saved it. Once again save the index and HTML file. So here save is not properly happened. This is why it is not happening. So as you all can see, the toggle button is working fine, and here we have the event listener for this search button. So this is the first project we have completed, and which is the search widget, hidden search widget. So now we will be going to the next project. One second, getting query. Sir, can you explain each line while writing? I have already explained. You can refer to the video once again what we have mentioned here. So it's a const search equals to document dot query selector for search button. We have a constant here for all the three things: search, button, and input. And here we have a function for the button for an event. As soon as we click it, so we have mentioned click. The function will have a function for the toggle button for to be active and input in on the focus. So as you all can see, it's a toggle feature. So that's what we are doing here. So we'll have the next project. One second. So the next project will be the blurry landing page. One second, let me have the setup first. One second, let me close the live server, stop live server. Okay, close it. And next project will be the blurry landing page. For this, we will have a image which we will be actually what I can say. Oh, okay, one second. Let me have image folder also here in this. And inside this, we'll have to download one image, unsplash.com, and we'll have we'll have this one. So here in the download file, we have this folder. One second. Okay, here is the image. Perfect. Now we will be control X. Mm, 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 mm. ये क्या हो गया है? One second, let me paste it. Blurry landing page. Inside this images. Yeah. One second, let me copy it once again. Download, and so I will do one thing. Copy and going back to here, and will paste item here. Fine. So one second, let me cross check here. Is it showing here or not? Okay, fine, perfect. So let me create index.html and another file.css. The third one the main.js. So one second. So in this blurry landing page, we will be adding a functionality to a image from getting from blur to clear, showing as zero, and it counts from 0 to 100 in the percentage. So I will show you how to make it, how to prepare it. One second. Before it, let me have the basic HTML code. Can open with live server. So here is the image in which the counting will start from 0 to 100, and the image will as soon as the counting will start from 0 to 100, the image will getting more and more clear from blur to finest. So I one second, nothing here in this. So we will only have a section with the class bg, and in this we will insert a image in the style.css. Nothing is there in the index.html. Everything we will be covering in here in the style.css and main.js. And let me link the image here. As you all can see, the image have appeared here. Now what this, as you all can see, the image is perfectly visible and with clear image, and you all can see the zero is here. So now we will be adding a functionality here, as in the JavaScript, how to actually make this blur to clear. So we'll have, one second, now we'll have const space load text. Second, it is case sensitive, so text equals to, we'll have the document dot query selector bracket dot loading text bracket close. For this, for the same bg tag which is here, we will copy it and paste it. So for against the load text, we have the bg, and document dot query selector again will have, instead of loading text we will go with bg. As you all can see, bg is a class what we have taken, and again a secondary class here which is the loading test, starts from 0 to 100. So going back to, one second, main.js, save it. Now we'll call a function let load equals to 0, and let int equals to, we'll have the set interval we'll have the set interval, one second, this is not required. We'll have the blurring feature to 100, save it. So here let interval will have the set interval of blurring, one second, space is not required here. We'll have the blurring to start from load from 0 till 100. Then we call the blurry function again. Function blurring curly brackets open will have the load plus plus and will go with if functionality load is greater than 90, then clear interval has to trigger in the int. Okay, so this is a functionality what we have added. Now we'll have the load text dot inner text equals to dollar have the curly bracket load curly bracket close and percent. So 1 second here. So here 1 second, and this bracket is still open. After that, we will have load. Sorry. Load text dot style dot opacity is also required for scale for the scale of load 0 no space 0 x, then close the bracket. So now we will see, we will use this again for the BG part. So instead of load text, we will have the BG dot style dot filter equals to will have the blur effect. The blur effect blur effect. One second. So now there is some last thing which I also need to copy it from the page, which I will be doing here. So one second. Let me select it all. So as you all can see, it has started running now. From 0 to 100 it will go. So this is the blur effect what we were talking of. See, as soon as I save it, it will refresh it and will go from 0 to 100. This is a very typical thing. The last one also I have to copy it from somewhere. This is the last comment out thing for the scale part. So this is how this functionality will work. So now we'll have the third project. Let me close it and we'll create the folder. Scroll animation. One second. HTML style.css main.js. So we'll close it. Getting not started. We'll go with index.html, and one second, we will have a boxes which will come one after the another from left or right in a different pattern, which we will decide here. So these are the boxes that we have created. Okay, and this is the basic index.html. In these boxes we have created, we will create the boxes, and this box will come from left or right after adding the functionality of JavaScript. So I will show you how. There is nothing new in index.html, as you all can see. So we have a h1, which you all can see. Scroll to see the animation will have a div.class box, and all have h2 the same content. One second. So we will be adding the style to these boxes now. Okay. This is a box. See, these are the boxes will come in this way after adding the JavaScript functionality. So now going to main.js. We will have for const sorry, const boxes equals to document dot query. One second. Query selector, but here we want for all dot box. We'll close the bracket. Okay. So now okay, it's not required. Okay, fine. It's written the element. Okay, no, fine, perfect, perfect. Now we'll have the window dot add event listener to scroll. As soon as we scroll the page, the next content will start coming from left or from right. Scroll, check boxes, and we'll close the bracket. After that, we'll have for check boxes call for a function or check boxes. One second, one wrong bracket has been here. So okay, nice. So function check boxes, and we'll ask we'll open the curly bracket. We'll have const trigger from bottom. From bottom it will trigger window dot inner height five multiplied by 4 is a logic what we will be taking up. So now again we'll have the boxes for each box. For each box we have to assign the logic. Boxes dot for each box we will have const space box top equals to box dot get bounding, you get bound in client React, not React, it's React from top. So after that, we'll put a condition if box top, no capital T has to be there. If box top equals to, no, if box top is less than box dot, if box top is greater than trigger bottom, trigger bottom, and second, then box dot class list, then box dot class list dot add will show else box dot class list dot remove the show. So let me save it, and there are some errors. Let me quickly rectify it. So this is how the functionality will work. See, one from left and one from right. It will start coming, and as soon as we move the mouse to the upside, it will go back. See, so you can add as many as boxes. I have added 14 boxes. So this is how this functionality will work. And now we will have the last project of the series, which will be the split landing page. 1 second, let me stop the live server, and give me some time. Let me have the basic setup ready. Oh, 1 second. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Some Okay. I'm not able to drag it. 1 second. What has happened? Hmm? 1 second. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So in this split landing page, we again need two images. Hmm? 1 second. So let me do one thing. Let me download it first. Inside this images, we will move the image. So okay, we'll take it from again unsplash.com. Let me have the images of for two ladies first. Back. Okay, so here also we will be able to see two images. Fine, perfect. But I, this image will create some problem, I guess. So let me pick some another image. This one. Okay, fine. There is a specific reason why I have removed that image. I will show you in the project. So let me create two files, index.html, and we'll have the file.css, main.js. So index.html. We'll have open with live server. Right. So I've given the name of these two images as PlayStation 5 and box series 5. So these are here to buy for selling. These are available here. So now going back to style, and so as you all can see, we have a div container, div left and div right. Okay, so again they have h1 for both h1 left and right, and a anchor tag with the h reference as hash and the class as button. For both have same class, and same buy now is available here. So going back to style.css. So though in this functionality we will see, as soon as we move the cursor to any one of the image, the second image will get smaller and the cursor image will get larger. So it will use, I can say, 70% of the available image. A lot of code is there in style.css. So let me quickly here. So here the hover properties we have already been added. So as soon as you move the cursor to this PlayStation 5, it will get enlarged and use the 70% of the screen. And as soon as you move the cursor to the right part, box series X, the PlayStation window will get to 30%, and this box series X will change to 70% of the available page. So this is how, this is the functionality we will be adding now here. So we'll start with the const. We'll have for const left equals to document dot query selector dot left. Again we will have the same for right. for the container. Okay, so git. Now, one second. Let me just quit. Okay, nice. So now we will start the condition for left dot add event listener will ask for mouse center. We will have the mouse enter. So as soon as the mouse enter the screen, so container dot class list dot add will have the hover dash left. Okay, so here let me copy it, and same we will replicate to for the right. So left dot add event listener will have the mouse leave and the container dot class list dot remove the hover left. So now we'll replicate the same for right, that as soon as the mouse will see. So this is actually working for only left because we have added for left. Now we will add for right. So right dot add event listener mouse enter container dot class list dot add our right, and then again right dot add event listener mouse leave, then container dot class list dot remove over towards the right. Save it. So see, this is how this functionality will work. So as soon as you move the cursor to the left, see. So by here we have finished up with the 10 projects, and we will issue a completion certificate. No, we will. Yes, we will issue a completion certificate if any of the viewer will prepare any of the 3 projects and share the GitHub link. We will issue a completion certificate to that candidate, and also we will post this event in the LinkedIn also, so that he also will get renowned there. So thanks for the cooperation, thanks for the patience. Have a nice day.